Hi children, how are you all? I hope all you fine. So children, I hope you followed that previous video, right? Am I right? So in that previous video, what we discussed, ma? So we discussed that concept 1. Okay, in that concept 1, what we discussed? What is a quadratic equation and the number of roots concept? We learned in that what is a root and number of roots of a given quadratic equation. That quadratic equation either in variable x and in that variable modulus of x also we discussed. Okay. So after that we are having here worksheet 1 problems. So children, if you understand that concept very well, then easily you can simplify this. Okay. So let us do that. See here. So 2 is a root of. So actually root means what we express, ma? Root means here the value which satisfies the given equation, then that value is called root or solution of the given equation. Okay. So here 2 is satisfying that which value, so which expression it satisfies, we have to go for that all the options. So we have to check that all the options. So let us check the first option. Okay. So what is that first? X square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. So actually here they given that 2 is a root of. So children, here 2 is a root of means 2 is the value of that variable. Of that variable means what is the variable here? Variable is x. So x is equal to 2, already they given. Okay, just we have to substitute that value here. So 2 square minus 5 into 2 plus 6 is equal to 0. So 2 square is 4 minus 5 2 is 10 plus 6 is equal to 0. So 4 plus 6 is 10 minus 10 which is equals to 0. So 10 and 10 gets cancelled. So 0 is equal to 0. So satisfying means LHS is equal to RHS only, no? So in that first condition it is satisfying. Still we have to go for that remaining 2 options also, no? So second option, what is that? X square plus 2x minus 6 is equal to 0. So here x square, 2 square plus 2 into 2 minus 6 is equal to 0. So 2 square is 4 plus 2 is 4 minus 6 is equal to 0. So 4 plus 4 is equal to 8 minus 6 is equal to 0. So 8 minus 6 is equal to 2, not equal to 0. So here LHS not equal to RHS. So that's why here 2 is not a root of. Not a root of given quadratic equation. Given quadratic equation. So here 2 is a root of that given quadratic equation. Come to the third option. What is that? X square plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. So here again x is equal to 2. So 2 square plus 2 minus 6 is equal to 0. 2 square is 4 plus 2 minus 6 is equal to 0. So 4 plus 2 is 6 minus 6 is equal to 0. So 6 and 6 gets cancelled. So which is equals to 0 is equal to 0. So this is also satisfying, no, here. So that's why how many equations are satisfying, ma? The first one and the third one satisfying that x is, 2 is a root of these 2 equations. Understand? 2 here satisfying and also here also 2 is satisfying that given quadratic equation. So that's why which option is correct, ma? Here yes, option 4, that is both 1 and 3 options. Am I clear to you? So this is the first question. Okay. So let us see that next second one. Yes, which of the following is a pure quadratic equation? So children, pure quadratic equation means that is a type of that quadratic equation. Okay. So when we can say that given equation is a quadratic equation, in ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, a not equal to 0 is the given condition. If b is equal to 0, c not equal to 0, then ax square plus here b term is 0, no, so 0 into x plus c is equal to 0. So ax square plus c is equal to 0. Okay, if you taken that b is equal to 0, c not equal to 0. So children, here b term is not there, x term is not there, x square term is there, but x term is 0 here. So this type of equation is called a pure quadratic equation. Pure quadratic equation. Already we discussed this point, okay, at the time of types of equations in that first video. Okay, so now the equation which is in this form, which equation is there? My x square plus c, which means b term, x term is not there. So let us say that first one, here bx is there, so this is not correct answer. So x square minus 6 is equal to 0. Here b term is not there, no, so 2 there is a chance. So 2 is a pure quadratic equation. Why? Because b is 0. Okay, so that's why here x square minus 6 is equal to 0 is a pure quadratic equation. Come to the next one. Here also x square, but here b term is not there, no. Okay, b term is not there. So that's why here also we can say that. Okay, so that's why both 2 and 3 are the options. Am I clear to you, children? Yes. So let us see that next one. Third one. So what is that? The number of real zeros of x square plus 1. Real zeros means real roots. So already we know the difference of real roots and imaginary. So a quadratic equation is having either real roots or imaginary roots also there. Okay, so exactly we can say that that equation is having that real roots only. So that one depends on that nature of roots, we will discuss I said. Okay, so see that ma. So what is the given expression? X square plus 1. Actually equation, if equation is there, then only we will find that variable value. Okay, now this is in the form of quadratic equation only, no. First we have to write in the form of quadratic equation. Any expression, quadratic expression given means just convert into that quadratic equation. Understand? So from this one, x square is equal to plus 1 become as minus 1. Okay, so here x is equal to plus or minus square root of minus 1. So square root of minus 1, this is an imaginary number. So imaginary numbers means what? Imaginary numbers means we learnt in that first concept ma. That is basic concepts, basic maths. What is that concept we discussed about that imaginary numbers? Imaginary numbers means the square root of negative numbers is called imaginary number. The square root of that negative numbers. The square of that negative numbers, the square root of negative numbers is called imaginary numbers. Understand? Not square root of negative numbers is called imaginary numbers. So plus or minus square root of minus 1 is imaginary number. So no real root. So no real roots. So here roots are square root of minus 1 or minus of square root of minus 1. 2 roots there, no? So those two also imaginary roots only. Understand ma? So that's why no real roots. Answer is 0. Am I clear to you? So let us check that next question. Fourth one. Yes. If P and Q are the roots of x square plus px plus q is equal to 0. Okay. Then the condition is, so children see here, P and Q are the roots of x square plus px plus q is equal to 0. So here here 2 roots there, no? So 2 roots I am going to take that. Let P is the root. Let P is the root. And here let Q is the root. Okay. So here x square plus px plus q is equal to 0. So here P is the root means x is equal to P only, no? So P square plus P into here P plus Q is equal to 0. Next P square plus P into P is P square plus Q is equal to 0. So P square plus P square is equal to 2P square plus Q is equal to 0. So from this one Q is equal to minus 2P square. We got that Q value, Q is equal to minus 2P square. Okay, so from this one Q is the root means here x is equal to Q only, no? So x square plus px plus q is equal to 0. So x is equal to q. So q square plus p into q plus q is equal to 0. So q square plus p into q, pq plus q is equal to 0. Am I clear to you? So here q is equal to minus 2p square. This is equation number 1. Okay. So from 1, So from 1, here q value we know that. So substitute that q value here. Why? Because they are asking p values in that options. So that's why q value substitute here. Okay. So q square. So q is equal to minus 2p whole square plus p into q is equal to minus 2p square plus here q is equals to minus 2p square is equal to 0. Understand? So simplify this. Minus 2p whole square. So minus means positive you will get. 2 square is 4, p square is again p square. So that is a 4p square. And here plus into minus. Here square is there for only p, not for 2. Okay, so that's why plus into minus is minus 2 into here p into p square is p cube. Okay. Here 2 into p square is p cube, so minus 2p cube plus into minus is minus here 2p square which is equals to 0. So here square terms there no ma, 4p square minus 2p square which is equals to 2p square minus 2p cube is equal to 0. So from this one here 2p square and here also 2p square is in common, no? So 2p square take it as common. Okay. So or else first take the 2 as common from these two, then you will get it as p square minus p cube is equal to 0. Why? Because take that 2 as common and cancel it. 0 by 2 is equal to 0. So from these two terms take that p square as common. So already we taken p square as common, so here 1 is there minus here out of that p cube here p is there which is equals to 0. So p square is equal to 0 or 1 minus p is equal to 0. So from this one p square is equal to 0 means p is equal to 0 or 1 is equal to minus p become as plus p. So p is equal to 1. So p is equal to 0 or p is equal to 1. Am I clear, children? So which option is correct? Yes, p is equal to 1 or 0. Understand? Then only these two roots will be satisfied that given equation. Am I clear to you? Yes. So let us see that next question ma, fifth one. So what is that fifth question? So children say that if A, B, C are positive real numbers, then the number of real roots of the equation. Number of real roots of the equation. So here what is that equation ma? Ax square plus b modulus of x plus c is equal to 0. So children, this type of point already I told you, right? At the time of number of roots concept, I given one of the example. What is that? X square plus 5 modulus of x plus 6 is equal to 0. So here number of real roots 0 we got it. Did you follow that previous video ma? Have you seen that? If anybody missed that video, once go that video and see that. So in this condition I told you that 0. Why? Because if you take in here x is greater than 0, then here x is positive but roots are negative. Roots are negative. And in the same way we taken x is less than 0, which means here x is negative but the roots are positive. So opposite roots we got here. Okay, so here we are taking positive condition means we are getting negative roots and negative roots means positive roots. Okay, if you want means then I will explain you here once say that. So case 1 condition, x is greater than 0, which means modulus of x is equal to x only, no? I will explain you one. So next one you try that. So here ax square plus modulus of x is equal to x, no? So bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay, so here you will get that positive roots only. Quadratic formula is there here, that is x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Actually this is a quadratic formula. Okay, this concept not completed. Next continuation concept to quadratic formula we will discuss about this formula. Okay ma. So here madam you written that minus but you are saying that is positive. Yes, see that here we taken that greater than 0. Okay, so and here we are having two roots no ma, x is equal to minus b plus b square minus 4ac by 2a or minus b minus b square minus 4ac by 2a. So these two are the roots. Okay, so these two are the positive and negative. How we can say that? That is depends on the given equation. Okay, here you will get that negative roots ma. I will tell you one example. See that x square plus of 5 modulus of x plus c is equal to 0. So here modulus of x is equal to x only, no? So x square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. So x square plus 2x plus 3x plus 6 is equal to 0. So x take it as common, so the leftover x plus 2 plus 3 as common, so x plus 2 which is equals to 0. So x plus 2 into x plus 3 is equal to 0. So from this condition x plus 2 is equal to 0 or x plus 3 is equal to 0. So x is equal to plus 2 become as minus 2 or x plus 3, which means x is equal to minus 3. So children, say that here we taken x is greater than 0, which means x is positive, but we are getting here negative roots. Okay, and this equation is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 only, no? So if the quadratic equation is in the form of ax square plus b modulus of x plus c is equal to 0, then the number of real roots 0. Then the number of real roots 0. If you take in here negative, then you will get positive values. You try that one. Okay children. So next is 6th question. So children, one see that 6th question ma. Here 1 minus p is a root of the quadratic equation x square plus px plus 1 minus p is equal to 0. Okay. Then here the roots are. So here first we have to find the value of p. Okay, after substituting the value of p, we are getting here quadratic equation. So to that quadratic equation, we need to find the roots. Understand? So here they given one of the root 1 minus p. So to find that p value which is equals to 0. So 1 is equal to p, therefore p is equal to 1. Am I clear? So substitute that p is equal to 1 here. So x square plus x into p is equal to 1. Plus 1 minus p is equal to 1. So 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. So x square plus x into 1 is x plus 1 minus 1 is 0, which is equals to 0. So from that first two terms, take that x as common. So here 1 time x is there plus 1, which is equals to 0. Understand? Now this is a quadratic equation only, no? X square plus x is equal to 0. Here c term is 0. Okay, but here x square plus x square plus x is equal to 0. That is a quadratic equation. So from those two terms, take that x as common, then you will get that x into x plus 1 is equal to 0. To satisfy this condition, x is equal to 0 or x plus 1 is equal to 0. So from this one, x is equal to plus 1 become as minus 1. So x is equal to how many values we got ma? 2 values. So those two are the roots of that given equation. So what are the roots? 0 or minus 1. So minus 1, 0 are the roots of that given quadratic equation. Am I clear to you children? So in this video children, we discussed up to 6 questions. So the leftover questions we will discuss in that next video. Okay, thank you all.